You can look down, you see the alleys, you see sort of everything that was there, but you don't see anything. Now that you know what to look for like the plasters, you can sort of like see it as it entered the alley from where you came from, and then it seems to stop where the bodies are.
Okay. I look up just in case.
Well, it's slightly raining, so you know, the rain washes over your face.
It's very dramatic, very appropriate.
Very
Okay, so what I'm gonna do next in that case, because I don't have any abilities I don't have anything special that allows me to jump from one roof to the other compared to other people. But let's say for a normal fit person, the roof's around. Like, do I have enough buildings stuck together to, if I wanted to escape through that route up here, would that be feasible?
Yeah, like that's totally fine. Like
Okay.
you can't make it all the way home jumping on buildings,
No,
but you
no,
can
but
make it to like another street or something like a few blocks away.
okay. So yeah, that's my idea. Like, because what I'm gonna do, I make sure first that I am not stuck on that roof.
Mhm.
But I will just in case. But I am gonna wait there to watch what happens down there because someone's gonna, after a while, if they don't get news, more people are gonna come, and I'm hoping that I'm gonna have more information then.
Mhm.
But I don't want to get stuck on that roof, and I want to make sure I can do a getaway. So,
Okay.
so
So you go look for your escape route and then come back.
yeah.
So after around 45 minutes,
Okay.
3 unmarked white vans pull up.
Very well.
Um, and they stop, they get out, they look confused. You hear a couple of them talking amongst themselves, saying like, I thought it was taken care of. What the hell happened here? Uh, we're going to clean up properly this time, start looking around the area, see if we can find anything. There's some survivors. Go speak to them.
Okay. So good thing to slow traffic. The echoes get to me. And I'm gonna just continue listening and watching because so far I have nothing to go on. So I'm just hoping maybe not, maybe they know as little as I do, but I'm just hoping at this point it's kind of a dead end. So I'm gonna continue listening and watching.
Okay. So they start cleaning up. Um, I'm trying to think because like there were clues that I was given, and I'm wondering if this is sort of like, you know, sometimes as a DM, you're like, oh, these clues are like so obvious, and
Yes,
then the
yes.
players are like, what's going on? Um, so
Well,
would you like,
go ahead. Sorry.
do you want me to reiterate some of the clues that were mentioned previously?
See, let me think about that because I want to be fair. If you reiterate them, then I'll know that those things were important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's cheating somehow. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna suck it up. I'm gonna suck it up and I'm gonna just continue watching, listening. I do have some ideas after if that doesn't pan out, but just I also want to see what they do with the hazmat people who survived. So I'm curious if they're gonna like take them in and treat them well, or if something else is gonna happen. So
Yeah, the hazmat people are sort of, it looks like there's more people from their company.
okay,
So they're like, oh shit, this has never happened before. Like, there goes my job security. Like, I thought this was safer than that. Um, oop,
well, see, we're never safe.
we're never safe.
Yeah, see, it's oh, it's so messed up. Okay. So
And
you know, I'm also gonna observe how they work because it might be useful even for me to have some ideas of how to clean the place.
yeah, so 2 people for body. You put the body bag next to the corpse,
Mhm.
pop them in, zip them up, put them in the back of the car. Then they start scrubbing the entire area with bleach. It's almost going
Okay.
to be suspicious because this alley is now cleaner than it was before this whole
Exactly.
incident.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
Uh, and I imagine there's more armed soldiers like with them.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Okay.
around 8 or 9 of them.
Okay.
And some of the theories that they're getting for this is maybe there was the second one that we didn't know about. Like maybe we only caught one of them and there's actually two of them. Yeah. Well, actually, that theory is pretty quickly disproven because they just speak to the conscious people who say that there was a masked vigilante who killed everyone. Well, they don't use vigilante. They're like, there was this crazy guy. He was there. We got back in the car because there was a firefight, and then everyone was dead. And then he ran us over. We were like, we don't want any part of this. And just backed up, just ran us over. Yeah.
Yeah. I do feel conflicted about that because I'm kind of like thinking, well, on one side, like they weren't really a danger to me. On the other side, they are doing some pretty immoral stuff, even though they're doing it to people who are already dead. Okay, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for moral quandaries here. I just take out my computer and I look up the location of the closest location of a warehouse for laid back movers.
Oh yeah. Okay, so considering the kind of operation that they have, they're definitely not in the downtown core either. Which means they're probably in this area. So you can definitely get there within the night, like just by walking or taking another bus or whatever.
Yeah. Can I
Although
make it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So maybe no bus.
I'll walk if that's feasible. Go to save them gold pieces. So yeah, I'm gonna walk there. Obviously, I'm not like walking in the middle of a busy street. But I do take out the trench coat from my backpack. Just cover the suit. Take out the domino mask for now, and just go like after a few buildings, and I go down the fire escape, and I just walk to the warehouse because there was a van that left when I initially arrived before the other one came. So if they work for that company, I'm hoping that van that left will be there. So what does the warehouse look like?
So it's probably like 2 or 3 stories high. It almost looks like a fire, like an old fire station. Like there's multiple garage doors that the vans can enter in or out of. And then there's the main office entrance, which is currently closed.
Now, see, here's the thing. I'm thinking if that's their job, inside the security is probably better than it looks outside. So I don't even want to get too close because there could be cameras and I'm not wearing my mask at the moment. So I'm gonna make sure to change before I approach at this point. Because if anything catches me, I'd rather not be unmasked. So go back into the outfit. Obviously, when he's doing this, when I'm doing this, I'm not like having any of my own ID on me. It could be useful, but I don't do that. Okay. What to do? Okay, so what I'm gonna
intelligence check.
Okay. Let's do that. So gonna get an 18. And again, I add my level to this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it's pertinent outside of a combat situation, but you know what? I forgot that the red die was on timeout, and I'm reminded why, because I got a 1. So
okay.
This guy is on
this is just a skill check, so
yeah,
there's no critical.
Okay, I don't like trip and roll in front of a security camera or anything like that. Okay. Okay, bro, that's right now. Maybe later. Okay, so I'm just gonna approach the place. You know what? Might be lucky. I'm just gonna walk past all of the doors for the trucks, see if any of them happens to. I'm not gonna start pulling at everyone, but I'm gonna see if one of them seems unlocked, and maybe they just came in or something like that.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna roll a D100.
Okay.
And yeah. Okay, so surprisingly, one of the far doors, it is still locked, but through erosion and stuff like that, you're able to like lift it up enough that if you want to crawl underneath it, you probably can.
Okay, I look first before crawling in. I just have a look first. Make sure there's not someone like standing there or something.
No, it looks empty.
Okay.
There's some like boxes. It looks like each thing is an individual garage with a door in the back.
Okay.
And there's no truck in here. There's just some cardboard boxes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll crawl in.
Okay.
I am gonna so what I'll do is I am gonna hold the handgun I picked from the oh yeah, the guy that I stole his ID in the van. What's his name?
His name is Francois
Okay.
Boaz.
Sorry, what's the last name?
Boaz, Boas.
Okay, very well. So I'm gonna since I didn't repair my gun yet, I'm gonna use Francois's gun, and on the other hand, I will hold the a baton with the most charges in.
Okay.
Just to already have it out. So I'm gonna be and I'm gonna make my way to the door and just listen.
You don't hear anything on the other side.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put the baton away then, and because I was kind of wondering, okay, maybe now the security's gonna rush in.
Also, I think there's a little sort of like glass square window with like wires through it to support it, you know?
Okay.
So you can see into the next room, but breaking through the glass would be difficult.
Okay. Am I able to open that door?
It's locked. And it looks like there's just a hallway behind it.
So is it like a system of wires?
No, just sort of like I don't know if you've seen this before, but it's glass, but there's metal wires in the glass.
Oh yes, understood. Yeah. Okay.
So the door itself is just like a normal door with a glass window inside of it.
Okay. Does the door seem kickable?
I mean, you're stronger than a normal person, so probably.
Okay. I mean, I don't have any ability to lockpick or whatever, so I'm sadly enough gonna just kick at the door. Very subtle, but you know. Yeah. Okay. So I roll strength.
Yeah.
That is a prime. That
is a prime.
So yes, I get to add my level, the +2, and get a 12 hopefully. Oh, I got a 20. No joke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't break the door off the hinges. You just kick it and the lock breaks in such a way that the door swings open.
Okay.
And you can go through, but you can still close the door. And it, like, you don't leave evidence of having manhandled it.
Amazing. Amazing. So I'm going to do that. And I'm looking around. I don't need any flashlight or whatever, so that's good. So depending if the cameras are infrared or not, or maybe there's none, actually. I don't know. Well, they have to be, I guess, but I'm wearing a mask. It's okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look around.
So the hallway to your left extends, it looks like the whole garage length, like all 4 garage doors. And then there's a door on the other side, and immediately to your right is another door, which looks to lead, like it looks like it leads into a stairwell.
Okay. So the other ones are exits.
Hmm. So there's like outside of the building, there's the 4 garages.
Yeah.
And the back of each garage goes into this hallway.
Okay.
So there's a door for every garage.
Hmm.
And then at the very end of the hallway to your left is
Yeah.
another door that you assume goes into the main building.
Very
And
well.
to your right, there's another door that goes into a stairwell. Oh, and there's also what looks like a lift for heavy objects. Like not a personal elevator, but like a freight elevator, I guess.
Yeah. Huh. And that one would lead to other floors?
Yes.
Okay. Is it controllable from the lift itself?
Yes.
You know what? Well, that would be noisy as hell. Okay, I'm gonna take the staircase.
Okay. So the one immediately to your right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it only goes up. This seems to be the like lowest floor.
Ground floor. Okay.
Yeah. So you go up.
Hmm.
There's 3 stories total.
Hmm.
Which one do you want to go to?
Well, I'll start with the first one. So imagine there's a door there. I don't know if I can look through it, if there's another window with metal across or
Yeah, in my experience with these kind of buildings, like stairwell doors tend to have windows
yeah.
a lot of the time. So yeah, it looks like another hallway.
Just to be curious, are there any cameras in the staircase that I can see at least?
None in the staircase that you can see.
Okay. So that looks like offices.
So this is like looking through on the second story. You don't think it's offices, you think it's more storage space?
Hmm. I'll continue on. And I'm gonna, at least for now, I'm not gonna go there. So I'm gonna go to the second floor. I know the third actually.
Okay, so the third floor um, also look at first glance sort of looks like it's more just like miscellaneous supplies and things like that. But on closer on a closer look, it seems like this is where the medical gear is stored,
Okay.
which seems to be more hidden. But because you've seen it in the back of the trucks, you know
Yeah.
what it is.
Okay, make a mental note that if there's nothing else on the upper floor, at least I can loot some medical supplies.
Mhm.
So the other one is the last one, right?
No, so this is the top
Oh,
floor.
this is the top floor. Okay.
Yeah, there's 3 floors total.
Okay.
But this is not part of like the main building. This is sort of like the garage area.
Oh, right. Okay. So it looks like it has medkits in there.
Yeah.
Okay. At the same time, you know what? As tempting as it is, I don't want to alarm anyone to my presence. If they haven't seen me yet, kicking the door will surely start the alarm. Although the previous one too, maybe. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna go back the way I came and go to the door with the main building.
Okay. And are you leaving to go outside, or are you just going down the hallway to enter the main
Down
building?
the hallway. I'm gonna go back out and then like I'm gonna stay in the.
This door is locked.
Of course it is. Well, I feel pretty good about my door kicking abilities.
Go for it. Kick all
Uh,
the doors down.
yes. It's another 20.
It's another 20.
It
Man,
is. It is. I'm. Let's see if I can show it. Pretty proud of it. Uh, can you see it?
yeah.
Awesome.
So you have this like specific kind of door. You know it well. This is the door you practice kicking down when you
Exactly.
were a child, you know.
Yes.
So you just hit it in the sweet spot. It pops up and swings open.
Okay.
Um, so no one is currently here at the moment, and does sort of look like office space.
Okay.
It's not a huge office area. There's maybe like 4 desks in total.
Okay.
Yep. And then there's sort of like a hallway which leads down to like a reception area and the washrooms and the staff lounge and things like that.
Hmm. Well, it's another secret lab with a monster in it, that's for sure. I considered for a moment trying to maybe steal a computer, but I don't think I'd get anything of value from these computers. Well, might as well make sure I didn't come here for no reason. I'm gonna go back to the floor that has the med kits.
Okay.
So I also think a mental note that they at this point I'm guessing I haven't seen any cameras yet. I haven't seen any sort of surveillance or.
So previously you were just in the stairwell, but when you enter the office space, there are cameras here.
Okay, very well. Okay. Okay, so you know what? Actually, at this point, I am going to just hurry out. If I haven't found what I wanted, I'm not gonna pick a fight for an office space. So I'm gonna leave that building.
All right. So you head out the same way you got in, no problem.
Okay. So just keep walking for a while and then go into an alley and ponder my options.
Mhm.
Let's see. So I don't know where the van went.
Yeah, the van was not here.
Yeah.
And you noticed that there was 4 garage spaces. And
oh, I didn't look. Oh my god! I go back. I go back in the way I came. At this point, I'm just hurrying. I'm like, oh, how could I forget this? And if there's anyone there, I'll just fight them. Whatever. Just go in.
I can say you checked because there's like a window. When you walked down the hallway, you looked, and they were all empty.
Okay, I did check it already because I forgot to mention it. Okay, so I don't need to go back to check.
I think it would make sense. Yeah.
Okay, in that case, thank you for not having me retract. So I already checked the 4 spaces. Okay.
Yeah, I think if it makes sense that your character would have done it, like it's fine.
Yeah, some things are kind of assumed, but it's always good as a player to mention them. So yeah. Okay, I'm stumped. I guess I'll go see.
The thing that you do know is there's a garage for 4 vans, and when you left, sort of like the crime scene, there was 4 vans, including the one that you had taken. So you can probably guess that those 4 vans that were there are the ones that belong to this company.
So they have to be back eventually. But by then, the monster to somewhere else. Okay. So they're all empty at the moment. The 4 spaces are empty.
They're all empty, yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to where the building is. And I'm going to just stay out of reach of whatever security measures they have, like the cameras, or at least as far as I know. And I am going to wait to see if one of the vans comes back.
Okay. I think all 4 of the vans come back at the same time.
Okay, so that's all armed people. Okay. Am I close enough that I would hear any peculiar sounds, even if I can hear necessary conversations, or am I too far at this point?
What are you looking for?
From the outside, I'm not gonna. Well, do they close the doors right away when they go in?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna have to walk to where the doors are. Just listen in. Of course, with the handgun out, because at this
Of
point they might
course,
have
yeah.
seen. Well, I mean, there's a security camera that picked me up, so I don't know if someone noticed so far, but I know that I've been recorded at the very least. So I'm gonna just wait there and listen.
Okay. Sure. So you hear the following conversation. Um, I hope whatever Gibson took was worth it. You know, we never see those bastards. We're always just on the cleanup. Yeah, this went pretty south pretty fast. I've never seen cleaners die before. Well, I hope they give us extra. We walk back to the main building.
So is that the one that had the opening, or it's one of the other ones that I heard that
Yeah, I
from?
would say that's the one that had the opening just because that one was on the furthest side, like away from the main lobby.
Okay. So are they looking towards? If I peek, are they looking towards the door, or they're looking away?
They're looking to sort of like the back of the room,
Okay.
not the
Okay,
front.
so I'm gonna go in. It doesn't matter. I'm not trying to sneak. It doesn't matter if they hear me, as long as I can go in fast enough that I'm standing by the time they turn. Um,
So
the,
roll me dex.
okay, because if I come in crawling, it's although if they if they turn around and see me crawling, I'll try to make it look creepy, at least horror movie style. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to just go in and turn around and standing. But if I miss my dex roll and I'm still crawling in. I'm gonna try to make it like look really creepy.
Did you roll a 1?
I did. I did roll one.
You know that means you get stuck, right? Like you
Okay.
definitely like
However, it's still not good for me. But I did put in my equipment that. Let me just read this: slim backpack, brackets, easily detachable when needed via a clip system, and it's hidden beneath the cape. So I'm stuck with the bulk of my backpack, but I unclip it. Now, it's not going to be very intimidating, but nevertheless. Does that pass, or am I still stuck no matter what?
I think you can use that to get yourself unstuck, but they're gonna notice you before you get unstuck.
Oh, there goes the cool entrance. Okay, that one's on
Um,
timeout as well. It's
so
yeah.
they're like, oh shit, it's that guy from before. And they just run into the hallway and they go to
Okay,
close the door and they go to lock it, but the lock
okay,
is broken.
of course.
So now they're just screaming down the hallway. He's here! He's here! The crazy guy's here!
I think to myself, I probably should introduce myself to the two hazmat survivors, because then instead of the crazy guy, that maybe they would say the Crimson Hound. Probably would be cooler. Like as a vigilante, I should always introduce myself.
Brand
So
recognition.
yeah, brand recognition. There you go. I will clip the backpack back on. Like the
Okay.
element of coolness or surprise is already out of the window. I'm just gonna at least take a moment to put the backpack back on, and
Are you going into the building or are you running away?
I'm gonna go into the building. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my gun. I'm gonna go into the building.